So what I've realized is my life is pretty ordinary. I think that most people's lives are pretty ordinary, and we kind of get delusional in the sense of we think that our life should be always spectacular all the time, and that leads us to a lot of sort of problems in how we think about the world. But most people's lives are pretty ordinary. I get up in the morning, I go, maybe I'll get some exercise, maybe not. I get up and I do my thing, and then I go off to work on the weekends. I scoot the kids from here to there the whole weekend, get some groceries, just do really ordinary things. And I think that is an important thing to remember, is that most of our lives are very ordinary and very plain. And that's okay. I wanted to talk about, okay, what can I tell you about my life that's going on today? Well, today is a Sunday, and I woke up and I hung out for a bit, had some coffee, went for a little walk with the dog, and we did some homework with my kids. And then I mowed the lawn, finished mowing the lawn and hedging trimming the hedges. And then we went and did some puppy lessons with our new puppy, where she's learning how to do some manners. And then I'm back here, and this is my life. I had a lunch and made a sandwich, a nice kind of sub sandwich, which was spectacularly good, by the way. And then we did a little bit of homework. I did some paperwork in my banking, transferred some money over, did some really mundane stuff, and then hopped in the car and I ran and dropping my kids off to do some activities. And then I've got to run home to get my wallet. I totally forgot about my wallet. Anyways, what I'm saying is my day is very ordinary and very boring. And in a lot of ways, there's not much that happens day to day. And that's the point. That's what I wanted to say is don't think that your life has to be some sort of spectacular thing where, if you're into the business thing, you're making all of these deals all this time, millions of dollars deals. You are, I don't know, maybe if you're into exercise, you're always breaking your records. Maybe if you're into school, you're always outperforming what you did, and you're at top performance of studying and all that. I mean, that's just a bunch of hogwash. Most people's lives are pretty ordinary. We get up and we kind of incrementally do things. We do a little bit here and there. No matter, even if you're a top performer, whatever the heck that means in your particular field, it's a pretty ordinary life too. It's just that they do a little bit more in a particular topic than a lot of people, but it's pretty ordinary, pretty boring. So, what a top performer in my field would look like? Same thing is what I'm doing, except for they would get up, have a cup of coffee, and write for 6 hours because they don't have distractions from their kids. And then they maybe have some lunch, and then from there maybe do another 3 more hours of writing, and that's it. And then that would be their entire day. That would be really boring. Honestly, what I'm saying is, don't expect your life to be somehow spectacular in some sort of way. It is boring, it's ordinary, and that's good. I think we need to stop deluding ourselves in what it actually means to have a top performing life, or a spectacular life, or a life that you sort of see in, or you believe, that sort of two things: what you perceive, what's really going on, and then what you sort of see on social media. And even before social media, it was all the same story, right? Everybody's sort of telling you these big fishing stories where you catch these big fish. All that stuff is just a bunch of hogwash. People just have really boring, ordinary lives that we kind of do certain things, and then we kind of do them again, and that's it. And we do that over and over and over again. We gotta be happy with the fact that we actually live these ordinary lives, whatever those look like. And you might think, So even me, I'm hesitating at this moment to say what a top performer of an academic looks like, because I don't know what the heck that they actually do, to be honest, and I would assume that they're not a heck of a lot different than what I do, other than the fact that they have maybe more talent at writing, for example, which helps them get through some of the sort of barriers that I have. Just things like that you got to realize people just have really boring lives, and that's okay. Once you sort of figure that out, that your life is just as boring as somebody else's, and it's just as ordinary and fine. Sorry about that. There's a great big speaker beside me with somebody's amazing stereo system. So yeah, we just have really ordinary, boring lives, and we should sort of recognize that as like, hey, this is okay. You live your life. You do a little bit here, you do a little bit there, and that's totally fine. And you do that day in and day out, and that's it. I can't sort of tell you in any sort of way how to do all the spectacular stuff and do whatever, but hey, that's my life. And I just want you to know that it's totally normal if your life is like mine too. I'd consider myself pretty normal, pretty middle of the road, mediocre. All right, take care, and just don't delude yourself with what things should be. Everybody's life is pretty boring, and that's it. You should be happy with the fact that you're on this side of the dirt. All right, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.